Hey y'all, the Lady Empath 1111 guys. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to Queen of Kings Tarot, guys. We're behind every king is his queen, guys, and that is us, the Divine Feminine. Of course, our kings are the Divine Masculine. Let's get into this Soul Sunday message, right? I want to get a message for your soul. What is it that you need to know in your 5D self, right? What is it that your spirit guides need you to know on this beautiful, beautiful Soul Sunday, guys? So we're going to get right into the message. Let's be intentional about what it is that you want to get from this reading on today. And guys, let's clear the energy. All right, y'all, let's get into the reading. All right, let's get the overall energy for this Soul Sunday message. I'm going to start with the Goddess Rising deck, African Goddess Rising deck. See what it is. I'll probably get some Starseed cards as well. All right, betrayal. Wow, Aunt Nancy. All right, how have you betrayed yourself, though? All right. There's a betrayal. There's an energy of betrayal. But for us, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, it's more about how have you betrayed yourself is what I'm hearing. See, a lot of times we're not true to ourselves. We're not true to what it is that we want. We're not true to where the universe is leading us. And there's something here about you beginning to examine how have you betrayed yourself? What area in your life have you not been honest? See, a lot of times I heard the saying, oh, what a tangled web we weave when we first deceive, or something like that, however that saying goes, because there's a web of deceit that we have formed for ourselves. And this deceit is something that we have to look at with an open eye, you know, really to truly examine. I heard self-examination. I'm seeing somebody do a breast exam, a self-examination of your breast every month. You know how you have to do that when your cycle comes on, women. Your gynecologist also tells you to do your self-examination of your breast. Every now and then, collective, we have to examine ourselves, right? We have to examine ourselves and see in what area of life have we betrayed ourselves. There is something that you have not seen where you've been keeping yourself stuck. It's almost like a spider in a web. And when that spider weaves its web, everything that comes near that web will get entangled in the web. There is an entanglement that is taking place for someone at this time. And the web is a web of deceit is what I'm hearing. There is some way that we have deceived ourselves collected. Show me, Spirit. Wow, shame. What are you ashamed of, collective? Or what are you holding yourself hostage to because you're not willing to just admit? There's a feeling or underlying energy of shame here. And this is represented by the number 19 as well. So we go from the number 20 to the number 19. It's like you're regressing. I hear regression. Someone is going backwards because you're not being honest with yourself about what the universe is calling you towards at this time. And it's some type of underlying shame as well with whatever this is. But see, sometimes I hear to thine own self be true. Sometimes you just have to be true to yourself about what area of your life that you're not truly admitting. Yeah, live out loud. See, someone, you could be quieting yourself or putting yourself in this shell is what I'm seeing, versus living life out loud. See, you can't dummy yourself down or dumb yourself down. You can't dumb yourself down because of the people around you are not ready to receive the gift of who you are. And sometimes there will be people in your life who are not ready to receive the gift that you are. That means they need to be removed from your life. That does not mean that you are wrong. There's something here about you living your life out loud and releasing any shame of who you are. If you are a magical person, then be magical, right? If people want to call you witchy, then I'll be the best witch ever, right? I'll be the white witch. I'll be the little what is it? The great, I can't think of her name, but it's like Glinda the Good Witch. Thank you. I'll be Glinda the Good Witch. I'll be whatever you want me to be. But there's something here where you are ashamed of your gifts, or you are ashamed about things that you have seen or visions that you have been shown. And a lot of times you didn't pay attention to what it is that you've been shown because you were afraid to speak up. You are betraying yourself when you live a life that is not pleasing to you, because you know what it is that you're being called to at a soul level. And a lot of times we will neglect ourselves for the benefit of others. There's a betrayal that's taking place within you at this time because you are not truly living in the light of what it is that you're meant to live. There is something that you see clearly. And it's through meditation, through grounding of your root chakra, that you are being able to see exactly what's taking place. See, I see an illumination in your root chakra and your third eye chakra that's allowing you to see something. And when you see whatever this is, there's a change that's going to take place where you're going to realize that it's just your time to live out loud. No longer are you being silenced. No longer are you being silenced. I just see this silencing. No longer are you being silenced by what's taking place around you, but you're being called to cross-examination is what I'm hearing. See, when you're in cross-examination, it's when the universe begins to ask you some very hard questions. Because see, when you are the one asking the questions and providing the answers, it makes things easier is what I'm hearing them say. But someone's under cross-examination because the universe is cross-examining you, because the universe wants you to examine how you have betrayed yourself. Examine how you have not been living out loud as your true authentic self. There's an element of shame. And Spirit is saying, what are you ashamed of? You are gifted. You are talented. You are everything that I have called you to be. But you have to be able to see that for yourself. And in order to see that for yourself, you have to begin to live out loud. Show me betrayal, Spirit. Show me betrayal. Yeah, see, a lot of times we begin to second guess where we are investing our times and our talents, and we begin to question the decisions that we make. See, someone is not finishing what it is that they started. He who has begun a good work shall finish it until the day. There is something that you have begun, but you are not finishing it. And in this, you are betraying yourself because you know exactly what it is, and you're putting the work in, is what I'm hearing. But at some point, you have stopped. You're not finishing what you started. Yeah, you're being called to examine how you are betraying yourself. There's something that's very unhappy in your living situation at this time. An unhappy family dynamic, an unhappy living situation, an unhappy union. Four of Wands is in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. See, you began something, but there's something here where you're betraying yourself. Even in the dynamic you share with others, in your home life, in your friend circle, in your romantic partnerships, you are betraying yourself because you're not truly happy. Someone could have made a bad investment. Maybe you're not investing your time in the way that the universe wants you to invest it at this time. And you're wondering why things are not growing. But they are not growing because you at some point forgot to stand up for who you truly are. See, you have to fight for your corner. You have to protect yourself. Sometimes you have to be challenging and opposing to others in order to hold your own. Somewhere you have betrayed yourself, collective, by taking the high road and trying to maintain control. What you are still not doing is being assertive in that which you believe in for yourself. It's time for you to examine how you have betrayed yourself. You have betrayed yourself by not walking away from people because of holding on to a sense of security. You have betrayed yourself by not moving on and letting go when you know that you have reached your limit. When you have done or performed self-analysis and self-discovery and introspection and began to look deeper into situations in your life, and now what you're searching for is truth. Because a lot of times we keep people around for a certain measure of security, when you are meant to provide yourself with that sense of security. There's a level of shame here. Show me shame, Spirit. There's a level of shame. Yeah, because you've not stood up and protected yourself. See, you are showing up as the Queen of Wands, someone who is a good business leader, very confident, very magnetic, very attractive. See, you're a helpful friend to others. You are well liked. You are kind. You are loyal. You are generous. You are confident. You are a limelight to others, but there is some point where you begin to not acknowledge that for yourself, or you begin to allow people to pull from your energy. See, they take that Queen of Wands energy and they use it for their own inspiration, for their own creativity, for their own self-centered recognition, for their own healing. But where does the healer go for healing is what I'm hearing them say. And see, a lot of times we are ashamed of the fact that we have allowed other people to suck from us in a way that has not been conducive to who we are. These people are selfish. They are premeditated malice individuals who are self-serving, and they are taking from the overflow of light that you give to others and using that as their own rejuvenation and their own healing. But you have to make a decision. And it could be a very difficult decision to walk away from people who are benefiting from your light, yet giving you nothing in return. This could be a painful choice for someone, a very stressful decision, but you are being called to face your fears. Because right now your loyalty is divided by believing and trusting in yourself, or giving to others who are not a true representative of who you should be giving to and who you should be pouring into. These people have addictions. They are mentally unstable. They have health issues. They have ego, secrecy, obsessions, cheating, dependencies, bondage, materialism. These people wish to hold you or keep you powerless and hopeless and abuse your energy to benefit their own. And a lot of times we are ashamed to admit that we have allowed these people in our lives. But I implore you to begin to self-examine. This is what it's about, self-examination. Examine how you have betrayed yourself. Examine how you have allowed other people to use you because you wanted to have a false sense of security. And in this false sense of security, what you fail to understand, that these people are benefiting from your light, from your healing abilities. And you have to make a decision to detach from the toxicity of people, but it's your choice. People are manipulating your spiritual gifts in order to benefit themselves. They are manipulating you spiritually in order to benefit themselves. They are living off of your energy. They are succeeding off of your energy. They are thriving off of your energy. Their business is growing off of your energy. Their life is growing or elevating off of your energy. They are exploiting your gifts. The opportunities that they are having for themselves is because of your energy and because of your gifts. Sometimes you have to pick and choose who you allow in your space. And sometimes you have to, all the time, you have to protect yourself. See, a lot of times it's wishful thinking that we want people in our lives and we feel that they are going to grow and that they are going to be better people because of us, yet they don't want to be. And you betray yourself in thinking that keeping these people around are really helping you, when all it is doing is pulling from you, is leaving you depleted in a way that is not fulfilling you, because they are not giving to you in any substantial form or way, yet they continue to pull from your energy. You have to examine how the people around you are using you to elevate themselves and not even giving you credit for it, is what I'm hearing. People are not even giving you credit for what it is that you're doing, how they are benefiting from your love and benefiting from your light, yet not even giving you the credit, yet continuing to pull from you in a manner in which that is leaving you depleted. It's leaving you in conflict. It's leaving you in a constant battle, arguments, disagreements, struggle, and opposition, chaos. Spirit is calling you to continue to live out loud, because these people will not get the last laugh, is what I heard him say, right? You will have the last laugh in all of this. There are people around you who are competing with you to keep you in constant conflict, to keep you in constant denial of what the truth is. And the Spirit is showing you blatantly what's taking place. See, you're being called to a new level of resourcefulness to restore balance to your own life. Someone has to make a decision about a partnership, because there's a lot of conflict and chaos taking place at this time, and you're being called to a higher level. It's time for you to live out loud. Guys, I keep telling y'all, 2025 is going to be the reckoning, is what I heard. The reckoning. And the malice, the hypocrisy, the suspension, the problems, the people who are around you who are unconcerned with the feelings of others, the selfishness, the constant chaos, the constant fighting, the constant pessimism of being trapped and being confined, and the self-limiting beliefs need to be released. You're being called to let go and look at something from a different perspective. There's a lot of self-doubt that's taking place right now. A feeling of inadequacy because the people around you are energy vampires who are not giving you or recognizing the beauty of who you are. Even those closest to you will have to be removed if they cannot recognize you as the gift that you are. And that's through decisive action, is what I'm hearing them say, because people are using you and benefiting from you in a way that was never meant to be. See, it's about clear collaboration, learning, a mutual exchange. But if you're finding that the relationships in your life are not giving you a mutual exchange, meaning they are not mutually beneficial, then you're being called in a new direction. See, there's a freedom that's within you at this time. A new beginning that's taking place. And with this new beginning, you're being called to let go of anything that does not ignite inspiration. For anyone who does not appreciate you. For anyone who is leaving you feeling restricted or trapped, with the inability to move forward. Someone is victimized or being victimized. Someone is paralyzed by their own fear and anxiety and feeling the pressure of this world. And at times you feel helpless because you feel like you need people around. There is a sense of security that these people bring you, but there is a false sense of security because they are not giving you anything in return. Someone is being called to examine the relationships of those who are closest to you, because you are betraying yourself by keeping people around when your spirit guides have completely shown you what is taking place. Yeah, there's a truth. And right now you're being protected. It's okay for you to feel safe. It's okay for you to want inner alignment. It's okay. But sometimes you have to examine what safety looks like for you. Are you keeping people around because it's a false sense of safety? Are you keeping people around because you're just afraid to be alone? Yeah. Sometimes you have to examine the relationships because it takes teamwork. But you're being called to protect yourself because you are determined to succeed in something in your life. And if people are not lifting you up and elevating you, then they are not a part of your team. And then you have to let them go. There's betrayal. There is sadness. There is regret. But there is a separation that is divinely orchestrated at this time in your life, because you are being called to a new beginning. You're being called to abundance, financial abundance. Opportunities are manifesting themselves for you at this time, and you are being rewarded for your hard work and dedication to your own healing. Financial wealth and gain is here for you, but you just have to stop betraying yourself. See, sometimes the universe won't bless you because they're afraid that the people around you will squander the blessings. And you're being called to move quickly, because there is something that is taking place. There is fast movement. Social media could be picking up for someone positive news, fast moving energy, but you have to clearly see the writing on the wall, is what I keep hearing them say about the people around you. 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck to the Sun card, because as things are being revealed and illuminated about the mind games that people play and the lack of intimacy, because people will not let you in because they are afraid that you will see truly who they are. There is deception. Some people just want to win at all costs, even though they don't want you. They just want to win. Someone's silence is being illuminated at this time. See, you're being called to be a leader, no longer the student, but you are the teacher. See, you're an inspiration to others, and it comes through the truth and self-love. But everyone is not a fan of that, is what I'm hearing them say. Yeah, everyone is not a fan of that. Yet they continue to string you along as if they are going to be there for you, as if they are going to support you. Yet the stagnancy is loud. There is no movement. Do not gaslight yourself into believing that these people want more when they truly do not. Spirit is calling you to a place of meditation and healing. It's time to be alone in order to connect with a higher level of consciousness. See, what the universe is trying to teach you is reciprocity. To no longer to give to people, places, and situations that do not give to you. To understand that there are new opportunities and new ideas all around you. But your generosity is being taken for granted by those around you. You are the gift. You have options. But what you have to do is begin to protect yourself against the mind games that people are playing, because somewhere along the line you have forgotten that you are the level up. That your achievements are like no other. That your knowledge is infinite. And that people have to learn their own karmic lessons. There is a conclusion coming to something. Wow. We got the Twin Flame Neon Awakening card. There is something completing itself right now. A karmic lesson, even within your divine union. Yeah, communication. Because there's been a level of secrecy and a tough conversation that needs to be made, even within someone's divine union. It's time for someone to move on. Progress needs to be made. And you're being called to protect yourself at this time. See, if you're dealing with someone who is unhealed, then you have to protect yourself, because the work does not stop because your person cannot step up. The work does not stop because your person has the inability to grow and change. You're being called to protect yourself and set boundaries, even with your divine counterpart, guys, here. Because there is something taking place for you. And you're being elevated. You're being placed on a pedestal. You're being called to greatness. There are new opportunities that are arising for you. But you're being called to progress and move on past any stagnant situation in your life, guys. And I tell you, even if it is your person, the work does not stop with their inability to make decisions on what it is that they want for themselves. So you have to make the best choices for yourself, because the Hangman and the Queen of Cups, you have to see your ability to love from a different perspective, your ability to be loving from a different perspective, your ability to be empathic from a different perspective. See, a lot of times people will use your empathic nature, your love, your light, in order to keep you stuck because they feel like you will not walk away. Someone is being called to surrender and let go and see things from a different perspective. You're being called to remember who you are. Twice we have the Queen of Wands. See, you're ambitious, you're a business leader, you're a natural lover. You're very confident. You're nurturing as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands are the epitome of excellence, of divine excellence. But you're being called to see something from a different perspective because you have to make a decision. A choice is here in love. But if your person is not an Emperor energy, then you cannot stop the process that has taken place within you. Someone is at a crossroad in your union, guys. And Spirit is asking you to not betray yourself. You're being called to live out loud. And if your person is not an Emperor energy, then you have to make the choice or decision. Two of Swords, to the Lovers. Because you've been sitting in indecision for way too long, but you're being called to a higher, I just keep being higher level and deeper depth. You're being called to something more. And if you're involving yourself in a union that is not conducive to where you're going at this time, then you got to let it go because someone is stressed. Burdens. It's time to walk away from anything that no longer serves you. Yeah, because balance is being restored and you're being called to alchemize the energy of healing and transformation. There's a prayer, guys, and I have it here on my desk. It's called the Golden Womb. And there are a distinct, chosen, divine feminine population who have a golden womb. I am one of them. See, when you have the golden womb, you create just by being in other people's lives. Their lives become better. It's called the trickle-down effect of who you are. They experience financial success. They experience harmony. They experience balance. They experience all of the greatness that your energy provides. Yet they give you nothing in return. And they won't even admit that it's through your energy that they are successful. Someone is being called to call back your power of the golden womb. That prayer goes like this. I call back all my power, energy, and divine essence that has been taken or misused. I release any cord ties or attachments to those who have benefited from my sacred womb. It's sovereign, and no one may access it without my permission. Someone is being called to call back your power of your golden womb, because there are people in this world who are benefiting from your love and your light and your energetic exchange, because you just want the world to be a better place. But these people do not get the right to succeed off of your energy without giving you credit. When you write a book, you got to cite your sources. Plagiarism is what I heard. Plagiarism. You have people plagiarizing your energy and succeeding off of your prayers, your meditation, your love, and your light. Yet they are doing nothing to assist you in any way at all. You're being called to divine recompense, is what I'm hearing. Divine recompense. Yeah. And trust that your spirit guides got you. See, you got this feeling in the pit of your stomach. You got to listen to what it's telling you. What is that feeling in your stomach telling you? Because someone hasn't been listening. It said, what is that feeling trying to tell you? coming right up on the betrayal. You have been betrayed, collective, but you have betrayed yourself by allowing other people to squander your energy. It's time for you to get grounded. See, empaths, highly sensitive individuals, need to connect with nature. You're being called to get grounded because the Council of Light is encouraging you and helping you. There is a divine orchestration that is taking place in your life to elevate you to living your life out loud. But through this Council of Light, you are being guided through your ascension to the next level of elevation. But in order to ensure this takes place, you're being called to get grounded. Again, what is that feeling in the pit of your stomach telling you? Because it's time for you to trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do, collective? If you knew you were 1,000% supported, what would you do? That's what you're being called to examine on this Soul Sunday. Let's get a final message, Spirit. Yeah, see, you're a star seed. There are a lot of questions that your spirit guides want you to ponder on today. And I hope that you are taking notes, guys. I always say, you know, when these messages are for entertainment purposes only, as YouTube likes us to say. But for me, I'm a teacher. And I always want people to take notes and truly understand what it is that your spirit is leading you to. So there are 3 questions here that I see your spirit guides want you to ponder on today on this beautiful Soul Sunday. Write them down. And even if you want to email me about them, thelady1111@gmail.com, I will take your email and I will look at your answers and I will give you any feedback that I see may be necessary. It's not a reading. It's just assistance, divine assistance. All right. Because these are your 3 questions. What is that feeling trying to tell you in the pit of your stomach under betrayal? What is that feeling trying to tell you coming under betrayal? And then your second question is, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? And then the last question is, starseed, what lights you up? See, we have self-sacrifice and given to others so much so that sometimes we don't even remember what lights us up anymore, because you overgive and you self-sacrifice, and it's just the love and the light of who we are, right? Of wanting to make sure that everyone else is happy, wanting to make sure that we are that pillar of light to others around us. But now you're being called to understand what truly lights you up. Do the people around you light you up? Because if they don't, it's time for you to walk away. We're being called to a period of self-examination at this time. And sometimes you got to walk away from anyone and anything that is not recognizing you in the greatness of who you are. Love and light as always. The Lady Empath, 1111.